Good evening and welcome back to another episode, the last episode of 2024 for Collaborate and Pull Together. Man, oh man, what a year, what a year. 2024 was a lot of fun, guys. Um, we got a lot of ground to cover and so little time. If you're just tuning in, today's episode is going to be the last episode of 2024. We only got a couple hours left in the last day of the year. I have been completely floored by the support that I've been given by each and every person watching and tuning in, everyone who shares this podcast, anyone who's been on the screen with me. If you have an interest of joining in, shoot me a message on Facebook Messenger or Instagram. And I'll send you the link and get you on screen with me. You can review the year with me. I just wanted to take a moment, see if anyone else wants to tune in. I think I have a couple people looking to join me. Let's see. Welcome, everybody who's tuning in. Thank you. Just give me a few moments to square away some technical difficulties and send some invites to some people. And if you want to join in and be on screen, or if I sent you the link, it's on purpose. Please join us. So, anybody who is tuning in for the first time, I'm Dan the Nightmare. This is the last episode of the year of Collaborate and Pull Together. We're going to be having a couple guests throughout the night joining us. So, if you have any interest or something to share, you want to reflect on this past year of arm wrestling on and off the table, please feel free to let me know. We're here to highlight all things positive. I got someone coming in right now. You guys are going to be familiar with his face. He's been tearing it up with his own podcast and being a part of other entities. Very exciting arm wrestler. His name is Brian Parliament. He's the co-host of the Through the Fingers podcast. He'll be joining us in a few moments. Oh, what up, Robert Kelly? Hey, Robert, did you want to come in? You want to join me? I'll send you the link. We'll talk about your year in review, man, because you have been a busy man. Let's see. I'll send you the link anyway. Even if it's for a few minutes, man. So I just want to take a moment, let everyone know that this show has been an amazing opportunity for me to help share my love for the sport, as well as others who are really kicking ass in the sport, much like this gentleman who's about to be on screen with me, Brian Parliament. It's an absolute honor again to have you back on. Welcome back, brother. Oh, we can't hear you. The audio is not working. I think that same thing happened last time. Yeah, the audio with Restream is a little odd, so maybe I gotta figure out a different platform to work with. So while he's getting his audio sorted out, to get a little background on Brian, he has been in the sport for some time. Oh, there we go. I think I hear
me.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Nice.
Loud and clear.
Just fix my volume now. We'll be good. Sorry.
That's quite all right, brother. It's quite all right.
I don't use the restream much, so I have to select my input source when I go on.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and I'm not the brightest, so
Listen, I'm still learning this on the fly, so you're in good company when it comes to that, man. You're in good company.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm part of the Through the Fingers podcast, and good buddies with Dan, and love arm wrestling. That's basically what I'm about.
That's what brings us together, man. That's what this show is all about, to help bring other arm wrestlers that love the sport and people who are just, getting into the sport. It is a big community. I mean, this gentleman is all the way, tuning in from Alberta, Canada. So, like halfway across the other country, of the continent, even more so into another country. Like we're stronger together with this thing.
Yeah. So that's awesome.
This podcast today is gonna be a little different. I'm talking a little bit about highlights of the year, favorite moments, big things that nobody really knew that you did or participated in. So what do you got? Let's see, top 5 things. I know there's a lot. We've done a lot this year. So what's your top 5 favorite things in the sport of arm wrestling?
Let's see. There's like hundreds.
I know it's a tough one. That's why I said 5. That's why I gave you 5.
Yeah. Like I know a couple for myself I can start with, and then I'll. Okay. Like I said, there's so many we talk about across the whole sport. I mean, wow. But I did win a super match a few weeks back, and it was somebody that I couldn't even win a round on for 2 years. So it was pretty good. It was a big moment for me. Yeah, the guy's a beast. I think he finished 4th and 5th at the Florida East versus West qualifier. Just a strong dude, and I overcame that, and that made me really happy. Hey, Drew. And then another thing was probably my first M spot showing on Arms Again, just because it was a major production. First time I got to see myself look professional, like on the table, right? So. Yeah, in a nutshell, those are the things that really stood out for me this year.
Okay. With
myself, I mean, in a few minutes, I'm sure as you bring stuff up, I'll be thinking about the stuff and all the events and whatnot. But
absolutely.
What about you? What are personal things that you achieved this year?
So I gotta say, one of my first highlights, and this is actually kicking off this last year with a bang. I went down to Puerto Rico, participated in the launch of the Puerto Rican Arm Wrestling League, had a super match with John Hutchinson. Probably one of the closest super matches I've ever had. It was 3-2. And, I came in the lighter guy. He's a little bit bigger. And it was my first toe in the water, so to speak, back into the 176 class. Because the previous year, 2023, I was at 154s. I just kind of got fed up with that, being at that weight class and killing myself to be there. So I came in at just around 166, and ready to climb back up to the 176s. And man, that was a dogfight. That was still, I think, in my opinion, my match of the year. It was really hard to top that one. We're actually planning. The plans are in the works for having to run that back next year in July. So I'm coming for that on, man. I'm bigger and stronger than you've ever experienced, John Hutchinson. But
that's awesome.
One of my biggest things. It was cool hanging out with people from Florida. John Terrian was there. Got to meet him and his wife. They were such nice people.
Yeah, super nice.
These are just nice people. I gotta say, Canadians are the nicest.
Yeah, and he's a beast too. You'd probably think, oh, he's not nice, but yeah, no, he's really nice. But on the table, that guy ain't so nice.
On the table, he has definitely earned his name, the Savage.
That's actually one of the matches. I think one of the big. In a sense, I don't think he was supposed to win that match, but that match he won last weekend.
Oh yeah,
wow, against Brandon Elsesser.
Yeah. That was an epic. That was I was impressed because Elsesser is no joke. He's no slouch.
No, and he can pull everywhere. I thought he was going to make better use of that table. I found that he got really, I don't know, like it didn't look like Brandon, like I've seen him before. So it might have just been because John was so strong in that lane that it kind of just he couldn't move.
I don't want to make excuses for Brandon, but Brandon just had I think a baby. He had some issues with it, with losing some weight, I think it was. He was feeling too great. But that being said, it doesn't take anything away from John. John Turner is a freaking animal.
Hey, Brandon's somebody that got around on Samusha.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know. I've watched Brandon take on Mike Aiello. I mean, the guy's no joke. He's no freaking joke.
No, for sure. But I was surprised in that match because the pad being 10x10, I thought Brandon was going to be able to move and make more use of the pad in defense to John. And I was kind of shocked, but John looked really, really strong too. So
no, John is definitely one of those guys that you don't want to ever underestimate. You don't ever want to underestimate. And
John is pulling my buddy February 28th in Montana.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, Clifton Erickson is going up against John in February.
Okay.
And Clifton's no slouch either. He's I told John you got to take everything. Don't give because if Clifton has anything to go sideways, his side pressure is like astronomical. So that's good. I'm actually looking forward to it because it's either John's going to take everything and like dominate, or it's going to be a screamer. Like it's going to be a crazy match. So I'm hoping for the latter. Really, yeah. I like both guys too. Like John's my Canadian boy, but Clifton's a really good person too. I think he lives in where does he live? Nevada, maybe? I don't know.
Okay.
Dakota? Dakota. I think he lives in Dakota or something like that. Tacoma, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know the states that well. But I know he's a few hours.
I'm not sure. I'm not too familiar with him.
No, he beat Jamie Sheldon this year that just passed.
Oh shit! Jamie's no joke either, man.
No, and he beat him ripped through him like right through him. So
that's an impressive feat right there because Jamie's a very well-rounded puller, strong and very he knows his table IQ is very very elevated right there.
Yep, I agree.
Oh yeah, I know you're gonna be February 8th. You'll be in Montana. So I guess that's another highlight of mine from this year would be my trip to Montana with the City Slickers, who I hope to see a couple of them on tonight. They may be joining us. Orchestrated and ran by Steve Fernandez, New York Tri-State Arm Wrestling. Helped organize the crew of the City Slickers, brought us all out there to Montana, and I had the pleasure of facing Kevin Playboy Roy. Came in prepared. That was definitely a major highlight because I came in as the underdog. The guy's got several years experience. I know he was nursing a bit of an injury, but when you put your elbow down on the table, that injury doesn't mean anything anymore to me. If I'm injured, I'm making no excuses. I'm either there or not there type of deal.
That's funny. Drew's bugging me again in the chat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you said that I'm a great Ryan Espy impersonator. I apparently sound like Ryan Espy, but I've been told that by other people too, so it's okay.
Yeah. There you go. I mean, listen, to be able to impersonate somebody, it definitely is a skill and a talent that not many people have.
One day I want to pull Ryan Espy. So,
anybody who wants to join in the show, just go ahead, scan that QR code. It takes you to my Facebook page. Send me a Facebook Messenger. I'll send you the link, and we can talk a little bit about what's going on today and your review of the year. But let's see what else we got coming going on this year. That was a highlight. Oh, I got a national title left-handed. It wasn't the biggest turnout, but the
don't start it with that. Don't start it with that. Don't start it with that. Just be
I
like,
know. Well, listen. I got a national title, but one of the things I gotta say, I wish it was a bigger turnout to kind of make me feel like I puff off my chest a little bit more about it. You know what I mean?
I've had that.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The people who showed up, they were talented. They were strong. They had a lot of power. I had the honor of meeting Simon Barachoa.
Nice.
Lost to him right-handed, but
He's a good bowler.
he's a very good bowler.
Oh yeah.
Explosive as all hell. Yeah, he knew exactly where I was going, and he shut all those lanes down for me.
Simon's a pretty nice guy, really, actually.
Yeah,
I know,
he
I know
definitely
there's a
is
lot.
a nice guy.
I've heard a lot of flack and stuff, but like my dealings with him, he was, pretty straightforward, down to earth.
Yeah, I mean, I personally have no issues. I take no issues with the gentleman.
Oh yeah, I just brought it. I guess because there was some stuff recently, so it was.
Yeah,
I don't have a filter, so don't mind me.
It's quite all right. No worries. Ain't no thing but a thing. But let's see, what else did I also had my barbecue this year. I had a super match left-handed, and right-handed. Went up against Ray Romanowski. Caught a pin on Ray Romanowski, which was a feather in my cap because he's bigger, stronger.
He's got some strength too. Yeah,
he's got some serious power. But then he made adjustments, and he was able to freaking take it home against me.
That's great.
Big power against him, man.
Yeah, he still got around though. That's pretty good.
Yeah, got around.
Yeah. He's the only guy that it really, like, I thought more guys would want to pull me, and Ray and me. He's the only guy that pulled me from there. Yeah.
Well, if you had asked me, I would have been. I would have.
Well, I didn't know. I was just doing requests. Requests. He actually wanted to grip up with me, so
that's fair.
Yeah, and like I'm a lot bigger and stuff, but I mean, I was like holding him. I was like having to give quite a, like, for his size and his weight, like he's pretty strong. Yeah.
No, he's an insanely strong dude, knowledgeable too. He's a great ref as well.
You know what? I think he's an amazing ref. You want to know something? Now that we're talking about the past and I'm on here, you know what? We were given very vague, like, you remember, we were told, like, you're gonna let baubles go, and you know what? In the end, right, for what we were told, how we were told to ref, me and Ray actually knocked it out of the park. Because I will tell you, when you get thrown a rule set like that, a loose rule set, and you're not used to doing it, that can really screw you up as a ref. Because now it's a constant, do we let that go or don't we? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It was rough on both of us that night.
I can imagine that being the case. That's part of the reason why I would never ref.
It's a thankless job, right? And another thing is we did overturn a call, right? We overturned a pin that Hunter had because we knew it was the right thing to do. So
yeah. Well, listen, you know what? All in all, it was a good experience. It was nice in Montana. It was a beautiful experience. I enjoyed, meeting and gripping up with new people. I look forward to going back to Montana at some point. Speaking of which, I know February 8th, they got I'll throw their name out there real quick. Montana Armbender is throwing their event, so go ahead and check out their page, and you can see all about it.
Good matches.
Some great matches going on there. Definitely check it out.
Jordan Sill's there too.
Yep,
and he'll be pulling my buddy Leif Sorensen. I know.
I know Robert Kelly's helping out with the live stream.
Yeah, he is. He's been Red Lightning.
Red Lightning. Yep. Hey, you know what? I think I got that link too. Check out Red Lightning, guys. If you want some live streaming, really professional, very top notch. I worked with him. Oh, that's another highlight. Another major highlight is most recently, I got to be on the film crew with Robert Kelly and Red Lightning at King of the Table. We were doing the live stream. I was on one of the side cameras. Working it, and I gotta say the production there was freaking top notch. Nice. It was really a great experience to be behind the camera and learn about the camera. Because not for nothing, I'm not one of those guys that just wants to arm wrestle. I may never want to ref, but I don't mind the camera thing. The camera work is kind of fun. I enjoy it, man. I had a lot more fun than I anticipated. I thought I was gonna be a little on the board side because I was gonna be distracted from having to focus on the match and manage the camera, but I was able to do a little bit of both and enjoy my experience tenfold.
Yeah. Reffing, you know what? I don't think it's a bad thing to get under your belt, but the problem is once you start reffing, everybody expects you to ref. So That's the tough thing. That's the mistake I made. I actually love reffing, but when I started reffing, I did it because we had a lack of refs. But now it seems like I'm stuck reffing all the time, right? So and you're right. You can try. Like I'm like Ray. I try to be as fair as possible, right? But you're never going to make all the pullers happy, right?
No, you're not. Well, we need more refs. I will say this. I personally won't do the ref because I get too. It's not just that it's a thankless job. I get too invested into the match to the point where I'm not looking for the calls that need.
You're more into it, like it's a match.
Yeah. I'm that kind of I'm a puller through and through, man. I want to be invested into the match, and if I'm not invested, I'm not going to be able to be fair.
You can't be invested at all. You have to be like totally.
You can't be. So with that being said, one of the things I will say, we'll get into this a little bit more later on because he'll be joining us later. We're going to be a person I'm partnering with is going to be helping me with creating a ref seminar.
Nice.
And we're going to be trying to get more people certified refs by, we have a few different entities that have expressed interest. MAC being one of them, Luke Polsher being another one, running ref seminars, with Ian Carnegie helping us out and Luke Polsher.
And down the road too, if you need somebody that's really good at doing seminars, and he does them like every weekend all year long, is Patrick Callan, Butcher. He's a WAF ref. If you ever need somebody, or even just input on a seminar, that guy runs seminars. Like he travels all over the world pretty much and does seminars all the time. Yeah, he's a WAF ref. He's a master. So
you got a familiar face here.
Nice.
How's it going, man?
Oh,
you got a familiar face. What's up, Aiden?
One sec. Let me.
Champ.
I'm on my couch. Just one sec.
It's okay.
I was trying to get on my computer, but my computer keeps dying.
Got it. From couch to table.
Yep. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but my mom is laughing hysterically in the other room.
My dog.
I think she's had a bit too much to drink.
Oh, it's New Year's. Why not?
How you guys doing?
Doing well. We're doing a little recap of our favorite moments of the year. Talked a little bit on Montana. Talked a little bit about Puerto Rico, Nationals, and King of the Table. Those are some of my highlights of the year.
Nice.
Some of them. My barbecue being one of them as well. What is, with Aiden just joining in with us, what would you say your top 5 favorite moments of 2024 has been in the sport of arm wrestling? For yourself and to observe.
A few
All
of them.
right, let me think. Winning state championships, because I've never won my state championship before. It's funny. I won like all of my surrounding states before I won my state championship. I won Connecticut, I won Vermont, and I won New Hampshire all before I won Mass. But winning your own state is kind of cool. Never done that before. I don't know. I'd put that probably at number 5. My super match with Wade, that was really good. Put that at number 3. I'd put actually I'd put that at number 2. Super match with Michael Hawks, 3. That was really good.
That was
number 4, probably I didn't do like as well as I wanted to do, but the highest level tournament I've ever been to, Ottawa Open, I'd put that at 4.
You were there. I seen you
was fantastic.
That's a hell of an experience. Ottawa Open. Everybody needs to try it out at least once in their life. I did it one year. Came back with a bison.
I'm going back next year, dude. I need some revenge on these fucking Canadians. Man. I'm only getting my ass kicked by Canadians, man.
We got good pullers here, man.
Over here, I'm a winner, and then fucking Mason comes. I was gonna put that at number 1. My match with Mason was number 1.
I think so.
It was just such a cool learning experience.
Yep.
Was a lot of fun. Super nice kid.
I watched you pull after that too, and I can tell that you took something from that match, and you're already
yeah. It was that was.
I even seen you even look like Mason.
Eye opener.
I even watched one of your pins. You looked like you were Mason. You almost did the exact same move. You flashed a guy. It was a couple weeks ago. I seen the video on YouTube. But.
Yeah, I rewatched my match with Mason, and the thing was he wasn't like he's fast, but he wasn't
Just
like
methodical.
I was matching his speed. He was
Yep.
just hitting in the directions and controlling where my arm was
it's
going.
cup carve. It's all one motion though. Yeah, he takes away your fundamentals when he starts.
I thought watching his footage it was just because he was really fast, but when I got up on the table, I was like, oh, I'm actually I'm hitting first, but he's just taking me right out of my shoulder. I'd probably put that at number one because I learned the most from that.
Nice.
The Wade match was just so cool. I got to put that in number two. That was like I still watch my highlights from that match and I get fucking adrenaline.
I get that.
I don't know. I think I had a pretty good year. Mostly left-handed arm wrestling because my right's still injured. I'm actually, hopefully next Monday, I'm getting platelet-rich plasma in my elbow, and hoping that's gonna help heal it up a bit to see how that goes.
Yeah, hopefully it works. You know what works for me?
What
is the Wolverine?
Oh, like peptides?
Yeah. I actually had a brack.
I never experimented with any of that.
Well, my brack was so bad for a year and a half that I just accepted it and thought that it was just going to hurt forever. And I had an elbow injury. When if you ever had the elbow pop in here, it popped. Yeah, and I wanted to recover quick, so I did the Wolverine for the elbow. But after 2 rounds of it, my brachialis, I forgot what it was like not to have pain in my brachialis, that toothache pain.
Yeah.
My arm's been like really good ever since. Never been better. Like I get sore still, but I don't ever feel like I did for the first year and a half, 2 years I pulled.
It
might have been
never experimented with anything like that before. So
yeah, but I can tell you, it really does work though. It's the closest thing to stem cells you can get. So
that's fair.
Yeah.
So Aiden, just so you know, next year at some point, I'm working on bringing up a couple of my training partners up to Ottawa High Hookers. So maybe if you want to tag along with us, you can join us for the weekend because we're going to go have a impromptu super matches possibly with them.
I'd be down for super matches. I'd also just be down. I want to compete in Canada more. They've got definitely some. I don't know if necessarily all around higher level competition, but it's definitely up there, and it's definitely about pulling new people and experiencing that. I was actually one of the guys that I pulled at Ottawa Open. He beat me on fouls, and I was talking to Ian Carnegie about having a super match against him.
Why didn't you try to get in Mac 2? You probably could have got.
There you go.
No. It was too late. He was already trying to get me.
Oh, you lost him.
I think he dropped his phone. He went.
You either dropped his phone or lost service or something. I don't know because he's still on, but his screen is went blank on us.
You went to the Auto Open a couple years ago, didn't you, Dan?
Yeah, I came home with a bison actually from it.
Yeah.
It was a hell of an experience. I loved it.
You guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah.
Oh,
there
he goes.
He did something.
Experiencing going to other places to practice though is or pull or have super matches at a high level really makes a world of difference for experience in my perspective. Because
did you see Pelko? Pelko was at the last week, and he pulled the Matt Smith.
He pulled Matt Smith too.
That's Pelko's biggest win. He doesn't know. He probably doesn't even realize it yet. But beating Matt Smith is something.
Well, I think they faced each other a few years ago at the Arnold. Okay. And I think he had beaten him at the Arnold a few years back.
I know. Because Matt lately has been on fire. Like he's been really like. Yeah.
I actually I know I'm a little bit bigger than Matt now, but when I was in that class, I didn't have the opportunity to pull with Matt, and I wanted a match with him. So I would love a match with Matt. That would,
you're gonna get a grind no matter what.
yeah, I'm ready for that grind because I know he's got unless I finish him quick, which I won't think I might get lucky the first round, maybe 2 rounds, but then he's gonna find the way to put the brakes on me, and then I'm gonna have. But that's what I've been trained up on is stamina.
Did you watch him against Connor Sale or whatever?
Yeah, I saw it.
That was one of my favorite matches. That's one of my favorite matches, man. Like I got that down as like way up here.
The lightweights, I gotta say, the lightweights, we put on a good show because it's not just raw power. I mean, don't get me wrong. Watching these two hulking behemoths is great to watch, but the lightweights, the way they move, it's like being a part of it. It's like a freaking ballet, man.
Yeah, it's a chess game. Yeah, I agree.
It's a great experience.
Yeah, no, I don't actually have a preference for weight classes that I watch. I just want bangers. You know what I mean?
There you go.
It could be any weight. I don't give a shit. It can be the women. Women impress me sometimes. Their matches. So
well, they bring an intensity sometimes. I actually find lacking in some men's division. So that's something, it's excitement. Speaking of which, there was Lucky was in the chat. I don't know if she's still here, but thank you for tuning in, Lucky. If you want to hop on the show, please feel free to shoot me a message. I'll send you the link.
They got a podcast, don't they? The Lucky Ones?
Yep, the Lucky Ones. Great show.
Oh, I've watched it many times,
Yeah, they highlight all the female arm wrestlers, which I think is crucial in the sport. Do I still have a link for that? Let's see if I do. Ryan, keep talking. Keep everyone busy.
No problem. Yeah, no, women arm wrestling. You know what? We got to try to pump that shit out there, man. Because,
there we go.
I've been trying to promote women's arm wrestling here, and when I run my events, I don't charge fees for the women. Now, I'm not into special treatment, but at the same time, we got to get the women out. So you know what, ladies, until there's a bunch of yous, any of my events, you're free. Come on out. Well, even talk to me. You know what? We might even be able to sponsor you with a hotel or something. You know what I mean? If it's a money thing, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we need more ladies in the sport. And I'd be down.
I'm in full agreement. And actually, my next event will have a women's division that will be at no charge. Women's and kids will be pulling for free because that's how, in my opinion, we're at the level of the sport where we need to offer that to get more interest. I mean, I think we have a lot of guys coming in, but not enough women interested. But there's a lot of women that are capable.
Yeah, and even our kids. That's our future generation of pullers, right?
Exactly.
We get them started young, man. Imagine in 10 years, what kind of arm wrestlers we're gonna have, or 15. Oh, it's gonna be crazy.
Well, I mean, not for nothing. I guess I can jump into this a little bit. He'll be joining us a little bit later. But one of my training partners, Dan, he helped us secure a arm wrestling gym out of a strongman gym. So the strongman gym is going to be dedicating a space. And actually, I got product from Pull Heavy, Mithril Arm Sports, or arm wrestling equipment. Will be supplying us tables. We're actually getting it on Thursday. So on Thursday's practice, you're probably going to be seeing it demonstrated. So
you'll have it on your live practice video.
Yep, we're gonna have it live. You're gonna see all the equipment. We'll get close-ups of each individual thing. Talk about, you get to see testers right out of the box type of deal. Experiences with this equipment, because this space is cool because it's a gym within a larger facility. It's a sports facility. They have an indoor turf where they do batting cages, soccer training, football training, lacrosse training. A lot of high schools are actually utilizing the space for an indoor training camps.
Good. And that's who you're trying to promote to, is those high school kids.
Exactly. And they have a sauna there, full weights training. They have a spin classes there. So you can do all your rehab work, all your cardio work. And if you have family members that are interested in joining the other sports they have so many different things for each and every member of the family. Cool. It's good. It's a cool facility. It's a 13,000 square feet facility where I'm actually going to be having my annual barbecue. We're changing things up for the barbecue because the space can accommodate this. We're going to turn it into a tournament. It used to be just challenge matches that I used to have. But now we're going to be going into a tournament setting, and it's going to be I'm following the Table Monkeys format, no elimination tournament. And I'll have a lot more information about that to be released. I'll have a whole podcast and show on that. It's pretty much to incite a lot of people to come pull with us. If you're taking a trip out to Long Island to arm wrestle, you're going to get every bit of that penny you spend on arm wrestling, which I look forward to being able to share that with everybody. All right, and his phone was acting up, so we tried joining up back in a little bit. We'll be here still. But yeah, it's gonna be exciting
awesome.
stuff, guys. At the cut, check that shit out, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We have a lot of space right now. We have currently 4 tables. As of Thursday, we're gonna have about 7 to 8 tables available. And then training tables with pulleys attachments to it, side pressure style machines, a wrist curling machine.
You got a side pressure machine? I want one so
Yeah,
bad. I want it so bad. We can't
we're
get
gonna
no
have
one
one
will
there.
ship to me. No one will ship them to me.
No, check out the guy Pull Heavy from Kazakhstan.
I tried. They said Europe only is everyone I talked to. Every single one.
No, because I mean, if we're getting it here to the U.S., I mean, unless there's issues with your customs that you got
No,
going
if they
on.
can get it to you, if they can get it to you, they should be able to get it to me.
Yeah, we got it from Kazakhstan, and we're getting it shipped directly to us, to our gym.
And what are they? Pull Strong? Is that what you said they're called?
It's called on Instagram. It's called the Pull Heavy, but the company's name is Mithril. Let's see. Do I have a link to them? I think I have a link to them. I'll put them up right here. Take a screenshot with your phone when it comes on the screen. Give me a second. Yep, here we go. Here we go. That's it right there.
Maybe I'll just take a picture because I'm on my PC.
Oh, there you go. Okay, yeah, take a picture of that. They'll take you right to their Instagram page.
Bam. Wicked shit. Yeah, because I just picked up another table. I got a WAF table now, and I got a Crazy pulley on it.
Okay.
And I'm using that, but I have another pulley that I use for side pressure. I got it on the wall type deal.
Okay.
But I would. Well, side pressure machine is where it's at, man. Like I want it.
Do you know the one that you've seen Artem Morozov working on?
Yep.
This is the one that I'm talking about.
Okay.
That's the one that
it's interchangeable too, right? So you can do the pronation handle or the.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's what I want. That's the one. That's a game changer. That machine.
Especially he's actually running a special. He's actually running a special. Yeah. I think he's doing like a package deal. So if you get one of his packages, you get it. I think if you get one of his packages between now and I want to say February for the month of January, you will get entered to get a free trip to go to the next East vs. West in in Georgia.
Oh shit! Yeah, Tbilisi or something. I think.
Tbilisi, Georgia. That's gonna be freaking amazing. Talk about going to the heart of the lion's den.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's gonna be a crazy one. Yeah.
That's gonna be insanity.
Oh, it will be.
That is gonna be insanity. Do you happen to have any other highlights before we go into more about it coming up next year? Any more highlights of this last year, man? You're feeding me. Feed it to me.
I know. You know the thing is every weekend I watch matches and I see a highlight. You know what I mean? Like that's where it's just crazy, right? I would say we talked about one, and that was Pelko versus Matt Smith last week. I thought that was special, and that was just on YouTube for everyone to see. So I would say that was really special. And then as far as everything else, you know what? Just to see how far our sport came in this last year, you know what is like probably the biggest highlight. The fact that we got like 4 major organizations doing pay-per-views now, and tons of smaller ones, and the tournaments are banging out. Like used to be I had to wait 3 months to pull. Now if I want, I can pull at least every month. You know what I mean? Just travel a bit, right? So I mean, yeah, the growth of our sport this last year, I would say is huge.
Well, I do want to shout out one of the biggest parts of the growth locally here, but also has helped out tremendously across the board. I think in the entire America in general, North America, is New York Tri-State Arm Wrestling. My buddy Steve Fernandez's company. He started it just in December, I think, last year, and he really hit the ground running. And he's got talk about a vision for the sport, and he really has taken this sport by the horns by way of running events regularly, getting involved in super match events. I mean, his name is everywhere now already, and he's only been active. He only started running events as of February of earlier this year.
Yeah.
And so talk about consistent effort. Hats off to that man.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, we talked about every versus US event one day too.
Yeah, we talk about that. Yeah. Speaking of Canada and US, we have JJ Jackson in the chat. What's up, JJ?
Hey, there's
another company that's been, taking this sport by the horns. Major arm wrestling championships.
Right. See it on the hat. See it on the hat. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. There you go. See, I need a beanie though. That's the thing. I'll rock a hat if it's a Mac hat. But JJ, if you guys got a beanie, I'm a beanie dude. Especially it's cold here in the Northeast. I love me a good beanie. Give me a Mac. I'll even throw a Mac on top of here. Give me something.
JJ, if you're listening, yeah, he's the merch guy, I think.
Yeah. I know he's in the chat right now. So big shout out to them for what they've done for the sport. With the development of that table. That table looks badass. I look forward to trying it out myself. It's got my style written all over it because it's all for like that back pressure. I mean, the setup from what I see looks like I know you were commenting. It looks like it favors.
It was more of the ref thing. It wasn't a rule thing. It was just more of a. Listen, I mean, Ian was upset, but listen, it wasn't a Mac thing. It was. I just noticed when the ref pushed the palms together.
Okay.
It became tilted, so it was easier to be into that carve on the go.
Gotcha.
I definitely didn't say, "Oh, they're just making it so it's all hooks." You know what I mean? It doesn't like that.
No.
I said it. I just said, it did seem.
Fair enough.
It seemed like it was, but it was favoring hookers. Gotcha. That wasn't an attack at anything. Yeah, exactly.
No, and this is not an attack either. But one of the things I would love is the width of room that you have to operate on the table. Like I always tell all my teammates and everybody who I'm training, treat the pad like it's a dance floor. Don't be static in one spot. Because when you're that, not only are you unsafe, but you're not going to be strong if you're going to be trying to catch it here. If you move your elbow around, you'll get stronger and safer. You're in better positioning for a more effective.
You can go from a losing position with one push of the elbow, be center table with somebody.
Yep. Exactly. So gotta move it around.
Yeah.
Thank you, JJ. Appreciate you. Yeah, he says he's gonna hook it up. Making beanies on Friday. Nice.
I need a gold and black jersey is what I need. But Ian knows that. I'm already bugging the shit out of him. So
I wear like the same two hoodies. So like he's hooking me up with a hoodie. Now I'll have a third one finally. Repping my buddy over at Grip Arm Sport. You see him everywhere.
For sure.
But let's see. What's another big highlight? I gotta look back at the medals that I got.
You must get different. Did you get different chats?
Oh yeah, I got I have.
Oh, you got an Instagram chat too, or something?
No, I got Facebook and YouTube.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's weird. I'm not used to this restream, so I just get a little bit on the side. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's what you see on the side. But if you scroll up, you'll see not too many people on YouTube. I got Drew on YouTube, and it says it right next to their name. The little next to their name. It says where it's coming from.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And we got 7 people watching, 1 on Facebook and 6 on YouTube. So if you're in the group in the chat, come and say hi to us. I know you only got 2 people talking in the chat right now.
Oh yeah, I got bro science for days if you want to talk that shit.
Well, one thing I wanted to share with everybody was that one of my favorite things that I got from this year was when I was seeking out sponsors, and that's one of the things I actually also want to talk about. Going into 2025, we'll talk about that later. I definitely want to talk to you a little bit more about sponsorship. But when I'm seeking out sponsors, one of the coolest things that I love and I'm very grateful for is not everyone is capable of doing a financial sponsorship, and I understand that. But if they happen to have gear or product that they want me to review, they sometimes send it to me. And like Gripzilla sent me over a couple of items, and I got their Dynamo, I got their Tornado, I got a couple of grippers, and I gotta say I like their products. I even got one of their handles, their molded handles that they have.
Yeah, I have that. I have a right left one. Yeah.
I got a
They're
right and
good.
left one as well.
With bands,
The right one's hooked up.
You don't use them with a 36K band and just double it up, put it under your foot, and you can do everything with. I do it every night before bed.
Oh, dude, I actually have my heavy duty band hooked up right next to my pulley, so that when I want it, I got my pulley. I don't have a lot of weight for my pulley, but when I want to add a little bit extra, pressure, I hook up a band to it, so that way I have a little bit of a double whammy.
I do it with my
and it's coming from the same angle.
Yeah.
Sometimes from the same angle, from a different angle, so it's like it's different pressures. Different types of tension. But I love experiencing getting things like that.
Me too. I collect handles. I got every handle. You couldn't even pull. Only a couple things you have. I don't. But I bet I have every handle that you have. Almost.
Oh, more than likely.
I'm a collector, man. I collect them all. I got everyone. Yeah.
So, for the people this last year that have shared me with their products, I got something called a Roll Flex, which is a great recovery tool. It helps roll out the tension in your arms. They actually call it the massage therapist for the massage therapist, and it's a great recovery tool for an arm wrestler. Definitely check them out. I don't think I have their link up in here anymore, but they've been. If you look at my Facebook, you'll see it, or on Instagram, you'll see it posted in there. Here's Gripzilla. If you guys want to check out Gripzilla's website, please check them out. They got a lot of cool tools. The Dynamo is my favorite thing that they use because it actually allows for flexion and extension, like you're wringing out a towel, but under resistance.
Is that the one you go like this with?
No. It's a straight bar.
Oh, okay.
It's a straight bar that you can tighten and adjust.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that one too. Yeah.
I brought that out with me. I think you saw it. And you can go. It's like literally wringing out a towel. And you can do it like a handlebar type of deal, above the head, behind your back. Dude, it has been amazing for recovery. I mean, I know you saw me. My wrist has gotten thicker since you've seen me.
They do look pretty thick right now.
Right?
I do a lot of wrist shit too.
And it's only because of Gripzilla, training with that stuff, man, regularly. I do it literally as I'm watching a show. I'm sitting there. My son and my wife look at me like I'm a crazy nut because I'm always doing something. I have my own little handle that I made, which I got to talk to somebody about helping me mass produce it because I think it would be a game changer for people who are on the road. It's a very small, very ergonomic thing that really fits in the hand nice. Printer? I do not have a 3D printer.
Just get one, man. I got a bunch of them. Yeah, and you should get one. And what you can do is you'll pay somebody $20. He'll take a 3D image of your handle. Yeah. And then all you do is put the file on your computer, and you can get printers secondhand for like a few $100, man. Like, you know what I mean? And like my printer, I could bang out that handle you're talking about. I could probably bang out 7 or 8 a day on one printer.
I think it's a game changer for people.
Yeah,
I think it would be
like you could make some yourself, do some self promotion, and then once you gets out there a bit, then bam, right?
Yep.
Just a suggestion.
I appreciate that. Yeah, no, I once I have the money. Right now, I'm actually investing a little bit more into my cameras. Right now, actually, I got a new camera stand that I'm testing out for tonight, and it's working beautifully. It's holding up. It's a magnetic one, so I could adhere and fix it to anywhere because I'm going to be doing a lot of getting more content from the gym. I'm going to want all these different funky angles that a tripod won't fit in, right? Mm-hmm. So I got this little thing that's got this little arm that kind of bends. It shapes a little different ways, but it's also got a magnetic post, which is really, it's got like a 88-pound magnet. So it's not going to go anywhere. It's going to be fixed there. I'm looking forward to using it at the gym.
You should tape everything. Why not? It's content.
Right? Yeah, it's content. Exactly. Especially.
Yeah.
What's that?
People get curious too. They want to see, right? See what
they
you're
want
doing.
to see what's up.
Yeah. Right. I agree.
Again, for anybody who's tuning in and wants to join the show, please feel free to contact me via Facebook. Here you go. Contact me via Facebook. We'll get you on the show with us on the screen. We got somebody in the, here we go. We got another person here. We got the hat. My partner in crime at Clean Cut Fitness. This dude has been a freaking monster with the camera, a monster with getting things ready for us in the training crew. Dan, meet Ryan.
Hey, nice to meet you, buddy.
What's up, my man? How are you?
Good, man. Good. How are you? Good?
Hanging in there. Just getting home from New Year's Eve dinner.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet. I like dinner.
Yeah. It was nice. It's pouring like a mother up here. I don't know about where you are, but it's pouring over here.
It's like minus 14 Celsius here.
Oh, shit. Where are you?
In Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Yeah.
Oh, you can keep that, buddy. You can keep that.
Yeah.
Look at you in the tank top. You must got the wood stove going.
No, fuck no. I go jump in the ice tub like that. I don't care.
Oh shit.
when you live in the cold, man, it doesn't even bug you.
Yeah, I guess.
It gets cold up here in New York, and I do not like it. I always turn around to my parents, why did you move us? Because they originally they were living in LA for some time. Why'd you move to a place where the wind hurts my face?
It's wild there, though, right?
So, it does get hot. It does get hot during the summer. It gets
hot in the summer and humid, and then in the winter it's like a mild cold, so it gets right in your bones and shit. I used to live like in Ontario. That's kind of like the same weather. Like Toronto's kind of the same weather as New York, right?
Okay.
Well, Long Island's special because of the salt, because we're surrounded by salt water, and not just lake effect. It's like fresh water. The salt water, the temperature, it just slices into you, and then to boot, it's nothing pretty to look at during winter. So you get that frigid, nasty ass cold that's like gray and dreary. I know I'm not selling New York very well right now.
No.
The summers are nice. I like the summer. I like the heat. I personally love the heat. I would trade the heat any day of the week.
Well, I like
summer. Love Puerto Rico. I love Florida. Leave me there for the winter months.
Well, one of my good buddies, he lives in Mexico 6 months a year, so he's down
we
there.
Call
He's
that
He's like, you got to come, man. I'm like, oh, I wish I could.
I love Mexico.
Oh yeah.
I've been 3 times. I love it.
Mexico's a lot of fun. I've been to Cancun and Mexico City.
Yeah,
it's a bad rep, but I mean, I know I have friends that live there, and they live nice and they're treated good too. So, they don't live on the resorts, right?
Cost of living is very, very inexpensive there.
Yeah. Oh, it's nice.
So, Dan, what we're covering now is your highlights of 2024 in the sport of arm wrestling. The top 5 favorite things that you have experienced in this last year.
Well, just getting into the sports, number 1. And then, everything with the weekend that we had with the King of the Table, that was, probably high up there also. And again, with after pulling, you were after pulling Devin, videotape and all of that. And then getting everything going with the gym and just trying to spread the word of arm wrestling is really the top 5 things that I've been doing. So let's get it to grow from there, and it'll be even better the next year.
Absolutely, man.
I wish I was there. I was supposed to be there. I had to back out about 2 weeks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was going to stay in an Airbnb with Sean and Matt, and it just wasn't feasible last minute for me. I wish I was there though. Sounded like fun. There was an event the night before too, right?
Yeah, they had a tournament the night before.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Did you pull there?
No. I couldn't take off of work. I was just in Tennessee the weekend beforehand, so I wasn't capable of taking off of work that much time for work. Unfortunately,
I know my buddy Sean pulled. I think he pulled it. Yeah, I would have pulled it if I was there for sure. Yeah.
If I could have made it there earlier, I most certainly would have pulled. And even though I had just had the tournament the week prior, I think I would have done fairly well because I was feeling fairly comfortable in the after pull. Mm-hmm. So I wasn't too sore. I wasn't too banged up.
Would have been a good because there's a lot of eyes on that, right?
Yep, there was a lot of eyes on that.
Well, I regret missing a lot of the ones this year because real opportunities for you to get noticed. You know, even just get a couple good rounds. You know what I mean? Even if you don't win.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually had a great. I enjoyed my matches at Tennessee. Didn't do as well as I wanted to, but I definitely did better than some people gave me credit for. I mean, these guys were some of the top guys in the nation that showed up there, and some of them were, you know, in the
That's the
top
one
20.
where did Garrett get a win on
Yep,
Hunt on what's his name?
Cody.
Jake Houston. Didn't he get
Jake.
it? Jake Houston was there, wasn't he?
I don't think so.
That might have been another one. I thought I seen Garrett get a win on Jake Houston recently.
No, Garrett, no, not Cody. Garrett got a win on Roman Gromanov.
Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he had a win on Roman Gromanov.
That's
and,
crazy. That's crazy.
That's
Roman's
insanity.
really good.
Absolutely, it was a great match to watch and witness. I was in the crowd screaming my ass off. Proud of him for joining in on that
Garrett's a beast, man. You know, Garrett. I'm glad. Zach got hurt in that match, but I'm really glad that fucking he got to pull Garrett because you know Zach's been a beast training ever since. Like I think he's leveled 2 levels since that match now already. So
Aiden's back on, got his camera working. Technical difficulties.
I'm good now.
Awesome.
I'm supposed to go to Montana on the 14th of February.
Oh yeah.
There's an event in Helena, Montana. I think you guys went there. Didn't you go to the hot springs there?
Yep, we went to the hot springs there.
Yeah. I was supposed to ref in on the 14th of February. I'm not sure yet 100% if I'm going, but I have a super match offer in Hinton, Alberta at Battle Zone. And I'm just waiting for confirmation to see if I'm going there. That's on the 21st of February. So that'll be big. Give myself a plug.
That's going to be while we're talking about next year, I might as well jump into a couple of next year's events that are coming up that I know of. If you go ahead and tune into the High Five Club, they have the last chance qualifier for the Arnolds. That is going to be happening in January 25th, right before the Knuckles Up event. Go ahead and click on their links. It'll bring you all to their information. We also got the Montana Armbending Championships happening February 8th.
Yep.
That's going to be live streamed. Robert Kelly, Red Light Arm Wrestling is going to be, you're going to be streaming that one. And then also that same day, a little more closer to home on the East Coast, we got Battle Tri-State 2 by Steve Fernandez. It's going to be a whole bunch of super matches. A few of them, or a bunch of them on the event page. I will be there competing. I'm looking forward to getting a little bit of redemption right and left arm. Then I'm going to take a little bit of a rest after that. But I am going to be at 176. So I don't know if Aiden's going to be there. Are you going to be making 176 or are you still at the 187?
I was actually planning on that being my first tournament back to 176, but I've got my match with Matt Flippin at 187 there. I really don't want to be super light for that guy. It would be trouble if I came in 176 for that match.
No,
I'm going to be sticking around 180. I'm really light for 187, so I'm actually trying to gain a little bit back right now. I'm like 180, 184 to 186. So the match has a 3-pound weight allowance too, so it's really 190. So I'm really light right now. I'm 5 pounds under. So I'm trying to put a little bit weight back on so I can fill out a little bit. I know Matt's a beast, so I'm really excited for that match. But yep, probably a month after that, maybe Winter Blast, I'll be 176 if I end up going there.
Do you guys do early weigh-ins the night before at your events?
Some of them they do.
I think Steve does. Yeah.
We do it, and we do it for that reason. So if someone wants to cut 10 pounds, but you know what I mean, and if they get that opportunity to weigh in the night before, right at 6 p.m., they can rehydrate, get back to their normal. They'll be back at their normal weight by the time they compete, right?
I personally, because of my work schedule and also the fact that I'm always so close to being at the top of the class, you know, I can't. I don't feel comfortable being that much heavier. I don't like cutting like that. You know what I mean? And
I wouldn't either. I wouldn't like it either. No.
And I do think there's a fairness about somebody who walks around at that weight competing at that weight.
But some people, it rocks people though. I've seen people even gain the weight back, but because their nervous system gets screwed up with the cut, they're actually better off if they never did it. You know what I mean? Like
that's true. This is true.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of that where guys just pulling their natural weight and they do better than they were doing when they were trying to cut all that weight. So.
Well, when I was trying to maintain 154s, that was me. You know, my nervous system was fried. I didn't have stamina. I would get like exhausted after the third or fourth round, and if it went anything beyond that, I was, you know, pretty much failing miserably at it.
Yeah,
I couldn't keep up with steam.
That's my thing is stamina. Well, actually, it's lung stamina because I smoke so damn much.
So well, you gotta quit smoking, man.
I know. Well, New Year's, right? Hasn't started.
There you go. This is the perfect time to sit there and say, "I'm putting that shit down."
I bought like 100 vapes last week, so you know those nicotine vapes. Yeah, so I got a whole box of those, and I got a drawer full of bubble gum.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try it.
I
more today. I'm like, maybe my last day. So
there you go.
Yeah, I want to quit for arm wrestling. That's what I'm doing it for, really.
There you go. Well, I will tell you right now. When I quit vaping, I noticed a major increase in strength, energy, power, and all that aggression that I had. You know, when I wasn't getting to the Nick fit, I just go and arm wrestle and take it out on my training partners. Dan can attest to it. He got beaten up while I was when I was kicking it, and it was definitely it's still one of the better choices I've ever made in my life.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. I've done it. I've quit for a year here and there before, but I don't know what always draws me back. But I don't think so now. I didn't arm wrestle last time I started smoking, so now everything I do is to get better at arm wrestling, right? So
it's definitely a source of improvement for a lot of us, right?
Oh yeah, that's all you can do, right? I just one thing at a time. I try to just fix one thing at a time.
You can't shock your body too much at once.
Yeah, I know. I try doing everything and it messed me right up. I like quit smoking. Well, we all smoke pot in Canada, right? So quit smoking that crap, and I quit cigarettes, and I quit drinking, and I quit, and I just went nuts. So,
your body didn't know what to do.
No, I got sick, and yeah. So, but now I pretty much quit most of that now, except for a couple of them. So.
Well, and then after this, later on in the month of February, that I know about there's a gentleman on screen who's a part of another really cool event, Neil, which is Origins Arm Wrestling Tournament by. Go ahead, talk about it. Dave.
Yours truly. All right. So this is kind of like a dream of me, Yusuf, and our buddy Pete. We've really wanted to do something like this for a while. Last year, we ended up hosting our first tournament. I've been a part of tournaments for since 2022, helping out reffing and doing what I can. But I've never really gotten into hosting tournaments because I've always been more of a puller and wanting to, compete and get out there. But, as a puller, this is like what I was like aspiring to host for other pullers. So the idea here is we're going to have a league. So it's 4 tournaments over the year. This is going to be our first event. Just for last year's tournament, we ended up getting for our first ever tournament, we had about 270 entries, which is really good for a first.
That's really good
for a first tournament. That's huge. So the idea behind the league thing is at the end of the year, we are going to do rankings throughout all the tournament based on your placings at each tournament, and we're gonna go through each 4 tournaments, and top 3 overall rankings. Let me see. We have a point system. I can't bring it up right now, but it's going to be for example, 5 points for a first place, 3 points for a second place, 1 point for a third place, and we're gonna scale that for all the tournaments. And then at the end of the year, we're gonna do overall just cash payouts. So we're gonna do for first place $1,000, second place $750, third place like $500. And I know I wish we could pay out more. Like it's not a lot.
Pretty good.
That's
That's really good. Yeah.
It's not a lot in the grand scheme of things, but like for like local arm wrestling, it's a start. And on top of that, we're also paying out the pro classes at every tournament. So even if you can't make it to all of them and you don't have a chance at winning the money at the end, excuse me, you can still win money at the tournament. So we're still paying out first place for the pro divisions. Excuse me, guys. But so that's the general idea. Is we do it like a kind of a cool ranking system for New England, where the first tournament's going to be in Massachusetts because it's the easiest for us to organize. All three of us are out of Mass. Second, we've got a venue we're looking at in Maine, and we haven't gotten to the third and fourth right now, but we want it to be like a throughout New England thing. So we're gonna look around.
Don't forget about your New Yorker brethren. I mean, we're still considered New England, right?
We're obviously we're not going to say don't come to our tournament. It's just it might be, and you can even end up placing to get the prize money if you come to enough of them. We're not going to say like you're not part of New England. It's just
if you're going, if someone's attending, then
it's kind of just like a localization of the events.
I'm number one in Montana, and I live in Canada.
There you go, right? Exactly. If fucking Levon Sagnashvili wants to come and become the king of New England, he is.
But you know what? Why not, though? If someone likes your league, why not? Like even me, I'm looking at it. I like that. We're going to do. You're actually right on par with what I was planning, doing the same thing here. And I think it's that's everybody wants to be part of something. So if you do like multiple events, and they feel like they're actually a part of it, and they have a ranking at the end of the year, even if it's not a good one, you know what I mean? They still feel, invested.
Absolutely.
And they'll probably go to all the events then, right? Like,
that's the idea. We get people coming back. We get people invested in the league. Yeah, the league grows. Maybe we have eventually, if we have other people helping out with the league, we have one tournament in each state, which would be kind of ideal. Because then no one's like complaining like, well, how can I place at the end if it's outside of my state? It's harder for me to travel, which is why we're trying to get this more widespread. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you start small, you grow it. I think it's really good, man. I think that's awesome. And I think the way
you're not in here.
Yeah, the way you approach it is good because you're not putting yourself under lots of money. You're organizing it properly. You're not promising big payouts, and then you know what I mean, or saying. A lot of guys, they promise all these big payouts, and then we just seen what happened last month, right?
Exactly. This is why we're keeping it like we obviously we don't want to like pay out of pocket for our events, so we don't want to lose any money. But this is like reasonable. I think what we're going to do is we're going to take a loss on the first tournament and put a bunch of money aside from the first tournament, so we don't have to worry about that.
I know what you're saying.
Because if you just put it away in savings after the first tournament, then you can make a little bit back with the rest of them.
Exactly. Well, you get Yep. No, you're right. And arm wrestlers aren't all about money either. Like what?
Exactly.
Like we know in arm wrestling, unless you're Devin or Levant, there's no big money in it for us, right? So yeah, like we invest our because we're passionate. So if someone really likes your league and you know what I mean, and you guys are doing, I think it's going to be really good, man. I think you're going to rock it.
But not to brag, on top of that, we also have, I can't wait to release the medal designs because the medal designs are super cool.
Custom.
I can't wait to release those.
That's awesome. That's another thing. Prizing. Sometimes it could be just a medal, but if it's custom, and it's not your generic, everybody gets, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that makes a big difference too.
That's how you get people into the sport. I remember when I was an amateur novice around there, I was like, I can't wait to go to this tournament. They're gonna have sick medals. I remember I was actually, this is off topic, but I saw the medals for Keystones the year before 2022, which is the year I went. And I was like, oh my god, those are awesome. And then I went there and they were the wooden ones, and I was actually I was kind of upset. Because the year before they had really sick medals, but some people only come to my events because I always try to be unique in the prizing.
So like different medal thing, you know what I mean? Like me, I went pro. You know why I went pro in 7 months? Because amateurs here don't get trophies. We only get medals, and pros get trophies. So I wanted trophies so bad that I just said, well, screw amateur. I'm like, I'm just going to get better and win a trophy, right?
And you get better quicker if you're pulling pros. So
you do. You don't do.
You jump up much faster. Much
if
faster.
I recommend to anybody, get to where you're safe on the table, comfortable. You know what I mean? You've gotten to a point where you've had some pins, and you know what? You're never going to be an amateur champion anyway. So just jump in the pros, take your losses for a year, 2 years, and then guess what? Yeah, you're going to, it might not even be that long, but you're going to excel much faster. You're right. If you pull the pros, and because the guys that stay in the amateurs, they never get really good. Right.
Yep.
So
exactly. So much to learn.
It is. And you don't stop. Even when you're a pro, you're still just a pro. Pro to elite is like a world difference, right? So.
Oh my God, yeah, so much bigger.
Yeah, there's guys
bigger than the difference between amateurs and pros, for sure.
Yeah, it's like levels, it's like
giant gap.
Well, Matt, okay, like so I'm getting now near the top of my club. Like there's about 5 of us that are all near the top, and then there's Matt. And then every time I have to pull Matt on the practice table or something, I get like, oh my, there's so many levels. Like so many levels. Like it's like, yeah, it's ridiculous. So
yeah, I was talking
the levels are better.
I was talking with my coach about that. He always goes to WAF Worlds, and oh my God, I'm finally getting close to him, and he won the Masters class over there. I was like, well, but how do you do in like the open class there? He's like, oh yeah, I get like 18th on a good day, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, that's crazy.
I know. Isn't that crazy how good they are? We had a team come out. We had a special guest, Uzbekistan. They came out to Calgary, and it was really nice. They gave us presents. They helped sponsor our event and everything. Gave me a gold arm wrestling ring. It's gold and silver arm wrestling ring. Yeah, as a prize, like a present. And we had Dimitri. I can't remember his last name, but he's a 5-time, because I think he won this year. He's a 5-time WAF world champion, and he came and pulled in my event. And then the whole team, like half the team came. So it was pretty awesome, man. Like, oh yeah. And everybody here was like, wow, there's such levels to this game, right? Because they never pulled a WAF guy before, right? So
that's one of the things I love about the sport is just the opportunities. Like you might have these guys who have years more experience and you might win, right? Then you also may have guys who have much less experience and you might lose. You might have this guy who just comes in out of the woodwork. For instance, my experience, one of my favorite things was this year I was at the Jason Vale strap-only tournament, took a loss. I had this young gun beat me, and I challenged him to a rematch for a super match, and I lost. The kid showed up a lot stronger than I could manage, even though I just came off of a win. That's how this works. And now I was like, okay, there's some freaks out there too who may not even have that opportunity to showcase their skill set as of yet. But I hope that this young man, Conrad, really gets that catapult into,
You might have done that for him in your match. Yeah, maybe that match motivated him.
Did you see he's pulling Malik?
Yeah, I had a part to play in that because I reached out to Malik, I reached out to Steve, I reached out to Conrad. I told all of them, I was like, I think this is a good match.
If he can get in that match, that'll be a big statement for him.
Well, you know who Shiyu is. I don't know if you guys know who Shiyu. So apparently Shiyu can't top roll him.
Conrad?
Yeah, he can't top roll him.
I believe that. His containment's really good.
His containment is next level. I can't top roll. I can't budge him. He's got super heavyweight hands on a 176 body. His hands are massive. He gets that finger coverage with strength. So I think that he's going to shock a lot of people, up to and including Malik. I talked to Malik. I was like, listen, this kid, he's the real deal. You might want to beat him now before he gets too good because he's only 20 years old. He's only 20
he's
years
younger.
old.
He's younger.
He's 20.
He's in high school, I thought.
I think he just turned 20.
No, he's 20. He's 20.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he was 18.
No, he's 20. He was 20 at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Okay.
He was 19 at the I think at the Jason Vale tournament.
Maybe he was held back.
4 times. Yeah.
But talking about genetics, I mean, he's a young gun from Poland.
Yeah, he's friggin' big for 176.
He's like, I mean, not for nothing.
He's
He doesn't
lean.
have by way of legs, but his upper body is all upper body, and he's just a monster. Did you get to pull with him at the after pull?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I was really only pulling left, and I think he heard it with Sam Mitchell.
Yeah, he did heard it with Sam.
But that would have been, oh my god, that was looking to be another really good match if he didn't hurt himself.
Yeah.
They were in the hook for like fucking 50 seconds. It was almost a minute. It was crazy.
And to see someone do that to Sam, and he only has like about a year experience under his belt to Sam.
Yeah,
that's freaking awesome. I mean,
that
just shows, you know, his, and that's his weaker arm. You know, his right arm is much stronger than his left, much stronger. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he does. I know he qualified for the Arnolds, so we'll see him there as well. And
when's the Arnolds?
The Arnolds is February 28th. I want to say at the end of
February. The last week. March. Yeah, the last weekend of February, first weekend of March.
Yeah. There was a qualifier here in Manitoba, but couldn't make it. I think next year, are they going to do that every year? I might try next year to qualify though.
I think they're going to try to.
Because they're recruiting for Knuckles Up now from the Arnold results, right? Isn't that what they said?
Mm-hmm. Well, they're the ones who are running it.
No, I know.
If you win your class, you get an invitation to the Knuckles Up stage.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
That's
cool perfect timing. I missed this year. I wouldn't have won. Next year, I'm going to be a beast. So
there you go.
It's going to be perfect timing.
So I actually wasn't able to make it, even though I qualified left-handed. I'm not able to make it to the Arnolds this year because, you know, as family comes first, right? So my son actually has a talent show. He's going to be doing a comedic act for his school on the 28th. So I'm not going to be able to make it down there.
No,
well, thankfully, you have this lovely event the week before.
Yeah, that's when your event is?
Yeah.
So I would love to. We'll have to see if I can take off of work for it. I will try to because it is close to the February 8th that I am taking off for. But I'll keep you posted.
We'll see.
I'll definitely be there, Aiden, because that's close by. So I'll drive there.
Let's go. Appreciate it.
I'm hoping I'll have my license back by then. I should. So yeah, we should be good to go.
There you go.
So if Dan can't come, don't worry. You'll have some of us out there.
I appreciate it.
That'd be cool to go to. I got a super match that weekend. So.
Well, cancel it. Pull up. Cancel it.
Or have it at his event.
Well, no, it's funny because actually I was interested because I said I was going to this year. Like I was talking to Sean. Sean always travels anyway. Sean Crowther, he's like one of my good buddies.
Yeah.
But I told him this year I'm going to start traveling with him because I mean he got out there, he got to pull a lot of good pullers, and only because he's traveling.
Right? Yeah, I saw him at Mac and I saw him at King of the Table.
Yeah. He usually goes with Matt and shit, and it's you know it's kind of good that we support each other. But even Matt, like when he phoned me like a week before, somebody asked me if I was still going with him to Atlantic City, and he said it'd be nice for us to bring more of our club members, and then he can show off the skills that you know what I mean. Because I mean, Matt's amazing, but we have so many people here that should start. They really should start investing in themselves because we got killers that are like not even known. And if we just started traveling down there to you guys, like you know, like I don't know. So I think this year I'm gonna make a couple. Maybe you're sitting next one, Aiden. Maybe I'll try to go with that one.
Let's go.
That'd be fun. Yeah, for sure.
That'd be really cool if we got some Canadian guys.
Yeah. Why not?
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I'd be down.
I just want to shout out to some people in the chat. Andrew Rivers, what's up, man? And we got some people wishing us a Happy New Year's early. We got Tracy Walker. The Walker family is always an amazing part of the arm wrestling community up in the Northeast. Happy New Year to you too. Jesus Gonzalez of Beast Mode Arm Wrestling.
Hey.
Definitely a big time chat. A big time group of arm wrestlers. Definitely check them out of New Jersey. They're another Jersey team that also will be having an event. I'm looking for the link for their. There we go. Definitely check them out. They have a new training facility. If you are in Jersey, check them out because I do believe they're also going to be having an event at some point this year as well. I think it's going to be in April. So check it out. Oh, hey, you put it in the private chat.
Did I? I was trying to say Happy New Year's. Well, say happy.
I was like, wait a minute. No,
I don't have access to another chat. I don't even have a chat. I'd have to bring it up on YouTube, I guess. Is that what you do?
Yeah, you would have to bring up YouTube because I think you can see the chat, but you can't engage it while you're on the screen. Where you go onto.
Oh, okay, that's different. Yeah, that's different. Yeah.
That's different. That's different channel. Yes, check out the Weak Wrist Arm Wrestling Club. That's a fun name. Definitely a fun name. But dudes, what's another big highlight of this year that blew your mind? Something introduced this year, something that came into fruition that you're like, whoa, that's a head turner. Anything that caught your eye this year?
Ooh, excuse me. Well, I'm still new. I mean, again, what caught my eye? Everything caught my eye. The whole sport caught my eye.
Exactly. Yeah,
that works.
The sport itself, like I said earlier, it's grown. You know what? This past year, I think was like a revolutionary milestone for arm wrestling. We got like 4 major organizations now. We got many like mid-range, mid-level organizations doing stuff now. We got tournaments every weekend. I mean, I don't know. Even when I started, it's been 3 years since I first pulled. It's even like 10 times crazier than 3 years ago. So must have had some pretty serious growth.
Yeah,
definitely. Speaking of having mid-level organizations that are just starting out for next year, I do want to shout out for any promoter that's looking for an event space. We are actually going to be able to offer one. We're not just going to be an arm wrestling gym. We're not just going to be a place where we're going to have our own events, but we're going to actually open it up to the public. As I mentioned earlier in the show, Dan has secured this venue for us through his friendship with a personal trainer that runs the gym, the Strongman gym out there. They have a Strongman event. And with this most recent King of the Table pairing arm wrestling with Strongman, it's a no-brainer. I think that, we like that crowd. That crowd likes us. We go pun fully attended hand in hand. And holy shit, I don't know if you can hear that rain. That's loud.
Podcast is cutting into my blood flow, so I'm gonna have to do something.
Get some blood flow in. There you go. I did it right before the show, man.
I do it all day anyway. I'm just kidding. That's why I have everything right at my desk. Because I sit here and I have my gym behind me, my tables, and I just live here all day anyway. Oh,
I just live here.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, the left hurts.
Oh, there you go. Flick that wrist.
It's my
but anyway.
That's what you need to do, Dan, to strengthen your wrist.
Absolutely.
That one's for the ulnar nerve and your ulnar muscle.
Yeah, that's what I need. That's my weak spot.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good one. I just actually started using down pressure with like wrist pronation together.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing how you can control someone's hand like that. Just like you always think you gotta go higher and control and block high. Sometimes just down, and then with your wrist coming up, that can stop someone from accessing the height.
Oh yeah.
Drag them down with it. It's like my new favorite thing. Actually, I'm practicing.
Ryan, don't be giving away my secrets.
Yeah, you do kind of pull like that. Yeah. But I actually pull similar to you for a big guy. So yeah.
There you go.
What do you weigh, Brian?
I think I'm 285 right now, but
Oh shit, you're a big boy. Okay.
Usually 300 when I pull.
Oh wow.
I tend to get heavy. Like I do, like I train all the time, but when I have a match, I'll train really hard for 8 weeks, and I'll usually be 15 pounds. Like I'm usually about 305 for my super matches. So
Okay.
yeah, but I'm gonna try getting a little lighter, and if I quit smoking and everything, we might try some different stuff. Maybe a little lighter, but I'll always be a super. I can't get down that light. So.
Yeah.
I'm 6'3"
Jack, she's not in here. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I'm like 6'3" and a half, 285 right now. Yeah.
Oh, wow, you're a big fucker.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's a tall giant dude.
Yeah. I love arm wrestling.
When we get Big Glenn really good at and comfortable, I want to put a match between him and Big Glenn.
Oh shit! Yeah, he's tall. Yeah, that's about the same size. 6'3", 6'4", 290. Yeah.
You know what's hard on me is long levers, kind of, because you know what? I'm a tall guy with an average lever, so I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't pull, like, I don't have a big edge in height with my lever because I'm from the top, my highest point of my finger to my elbow, I'm 20 inches, and that's for 6'3" and a half. That's like an inch and a half under the standard. So,
okay.
Yeah,
I would say actually you.
Come on, Dan.
I heard you. You.
Oh, Dan's internet's going.
Yeah.
You got to put a fan on it. It's got too much dust in his modem.
It's pouring like a mother over here.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's pouring like cats and dogs over here, man. I couldn't hear it before. It was coming down. So it's probably just hitting him now.
Oh, shit. Yeah, we got a blizzard going on. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you can keep the stove.
I'm going ice fishing tomorrow, though. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
I love ice fishing, man. Yeah, I love it.
I'm going polar plunge right in the ocean. Yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
I do it sometimes. I haven't been able to do it much lately because I haven't. My anxiety. I've actually had some anxiety this year, but I like the polar plunge. It's really good for you.
I've never done it before. My dad's getting me to do it.
You doing it in the lake?
No, ocean.
Oh, okay. Oh, in the ocean. Okay.
Which I think should technically be a little bit warmer.
Yeah, technically. Well, Lake Ontario is fucking cold, man. I think you guys got a little bit of Lake Ontario there, don't you?
No, not.
I thought it touches the New York side. Yeah.
Well, where are you, Hayden? Where are you?
What?
You're where, in Maine?
No, Massachusetts.
Oh, you're in Mass. Yeah, no, yeah.
But Lake Ontario is the coldest Great Lake out of all of them. Yeah, even in the summer, you go purple when you stand in it. Yeah, pretty cold. But any polar plunge is going to be crazy. So, yeah.
Sorry about that, guys. Lost connection.
Yeah, we ended with you.
We figured.
Yeah. You went you, and then that was it.
I don't know, Dan. I don't know if you heard that really loud bang just now.
Yeah,
that was literally right outside my house.
I know. I had one literally 10 minutes before you, and I said to them, they're getting hit. He's getting hit hard now. So
it literally just hit like right outside my house. That was.
Oh yeah, it sounded like fireworks.
Oh my god, it was insane.
Oh, it was lightning. Yeah.
Yeah, it was lightning.
Yeah.
It was just hit
crazy.
Really quick, really close to my house.
It's almost January, man. You're getting lightning. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's talk about the global warming isn't a thing though, right?
No, it's real. Just the causes of it are to be debated, right? So,
No, I know.
It's real.
Oh, man, I lost access.
But we have enough trees in Canada. Did you know we have enough trees in Canada alone to siphon and recycle all the CO2 in the whole world like 30 times over every year?
Well, at least Canada's good for something, though.
Yeah. That's okay. Hey, man, listen, we're not all that happy here right now either, buddy. I'm not offended. But yeah, no, it's amazing. CO2 and O2 gas is so important to our world, and they want to suck us of it, and then we won't have any oxygen left.
Yeah.
Plants don't breathe oxygen mainly, right? They breathe the CO2, right? And they convert oxygen from it. So imagine you suck it all out of the air, you're gonna have no oxygen because all your trees will die and shit. But anyway, yeah.
Well,
I'm probably gonna have to.
gentlemen,
You know what, guys? It was great talking, but I think I got to
Yeah.
jet. Yeah, I got a few.
Yeah, I
things.
got to get out of here myself.
It's past my
it was a
bedtime.
But I
great
appreciate you having me
experience
on.
having you guys on. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. I wish you guys all a healthy and happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year, you
I
guys.
always say I've been saying it a lot lately, but I'm going to say it again. I think 2025 is the year of the arm. These guys, these entities that have laid the groundwork out for us, they've really inspired a lot of growth, and we're going to see it explode in so many different fashions between with Aiden and his efforts. Brian up in Canada, Dan and I with the gym, and everyone else in between. We have a lot of things working very well for us. I don't have any access to seeing what the chat's saying. I apologize. I can't. When I lost my internet, it killed the entire chat. So I think it's a good time to end the stream. But appreciate each and every person that tuned in. Look forward to this Thursday. We're going to be unpacking and setting up the new gym equipment. I might, Dan, I think I'm probably going to go live just because I'm excited to share it with the world what we're doing. So definitely good to go. I'm excited for all things arm wrestling. 2025 is going to be an amazing experience.
Listen,
All right, boys. Well, have a happy New Year, and
thanks for
we'll
having
talk.
us.
Yeah,
We'll
nice
talk
talking to
soon.
you guys.
Good.
Nice meeting you too. Have a
Catch
good
You
you
night.
later.
too. Take it easy.
Anytime, Dan. Too. Send me a link whenever you need.
Yep.
There you
Let me know when you're available, and I'll be happy to shoot you the link.
Yeah, why
can do
not?
that on
Why
the
not? I
fly.
love shooting the shit. Yeah, and if I talk too much, just tell me to shut up. It's all good. Happy New Year, brother.
I'm from New York. I have no qualms with that, man.
Yeah. You and your family.
Happy New Year, man.
Happy New Year, man. Take care.
You too. Be safe. Thank you all for tuning in. I will be definitely eager to show everybody what we got coming up. Stay tuned for the next episode of Collaborate Pull Together next week, Tuesday evenings at around 9:30 is going to be our new time due to my new work schedule. So I will be happy to have you guys on. We're going to try buttoning up the show going into the next year. We might have a new site for the show to take place. I will keep everybody well informed.